I mean, hey, mic check. It's hello. It's 7:45. We are about
2, 3, 4, 5.
hello. Good morning, and thank you for joining us on After GMS. Megan, Ed, and I are just talking about life.
Yeah,
how
catching up.
Seriously.
Catching up, yeah.
We were talking about your nephew, who's now 20-something years old, and I can't believe that.
Yeah, and you saw him last when he was 14 or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Oh my
So you
gosh.
always wonder what we do during commercials? We
Time
don't watch the commercials.
No,
We're
we don't talk about work.
We're doing what we do.
Like, so
Talk.
how's that?
I mean, I vividly remember the day Josiah was born, and
Me
he's
too.
what? He's like
Yeah.
six.
He's 6, yeah.
6 years old.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I know,
Crazy.
time flies. He's like reading and
This smart kid.
flipping and all these things that I'm just like, he's like this tall.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah, he's 4'5".
That's tall for a 6-year-old.
Yes,
Yeah, it is.
absolutely. So I'm
Wow.
like, this is real. Anyway, how are you? That's more important. How's it going? How was your weekend? Hopefully you got some time to spend with your family.
Yeah. Yesterday was definitely an indoor family day.
Mm-hmm.
Rained all day. I mean, really not really much relief at all, but we needed it.
Yeah.
And we're getting cooler air because of it.
I posted rainfall totals in some of our communities for yesterday on Facebook, and people were just gleaming with comments about the much needed rainfall. We're drying out now. We're going to be dry for a couple of days anyway. We've got some extra clouds this morning. They're kind of in and out. As we take a live look over Burlington, we'll see generally a mix of sun and clouds across the area today. In Burlington, the temperature is at 64, but note the lower dew point. Just a few days ago, dew points were in the low and mid 70s, and it felt just like Miami here in our backyard, but the air, at least for today, is a little bit drier. Forecast highs, we're looking at lower 80s. I'm forecasting 81 for the Piedmont, around 82, 83. Certainly a possibility in a few spots, but certainly cooler than our normal high of 89 for this time of year. And also, again, the dew points are quite low, some dew points into the upper 50s, indicative of a very dry air mass. Other locations seeing dew points in the lower 60s. So as you head out the door this morning, you are definitely going to feel the difference. The systems that brought the rain yesterday well to our south, and they're actually going to dissipate, but an area of high pressure over coastal New England is kind of nosing into the Piedmont, and that's bringing the cooler, drier air. But as that high pressure area moves offshore, winds will become more south and southwesterly. That'll bring back the heat and the humidity. A cold front to our northwest will approach, move into the area late Wednesday, and then likely pass just south of the area on Thursday before becoming nearly stationary over southern areas of North Carolina. It'll be responsible for a few afternoon storms beginning Wednesday and on into Thursday and Friday. Well, about 81 today and less humid, sun and clouds. Upper 80s tomorrow, still dry. And then by Wednesday and Thursday, we add a 40% storm chance in the afternoon and evening, pretty close to 90 on Wednesday. And then with that front to our south on Thursday and on into Friday and the weekend, we'll drop the temperatures back a little bit. We're looking at mid 80s through that period. about a 30 to 40% chance of afternoon storms. So no excessive heat in our forecast over the next 7 days, and that's good news. All that heat is bottled up in the plains and even in the Rockies. Denver, Colorado had a high of 101 yesterday. You don't think of that in Denver, Colorado, but they had it yesterday.
Wow.
Incredible.
Well, hopefully it never happens. Well, it has happened here.
It has happened.
Hopefully it doesn't happen.
It's rare.
Yes.
Yeah. Dwayne Young, I think one of our weather spotters,
Yeah.
in Lawsonville said
Yeah, in
it got
Lawsonville.
down to 61 this morning.
Yeah, and I know he's up there loving it.
Yeah.
Beautiful country up there, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so temperature is certainly one conversation, and here is another one. Winston-Salem State University cheerleaders 1-2 steps their way into a music video of a big star. Take a look here. Ciara just dropped a music video for her latest song, Jump, which features 7 WSSU powerhouse of red and white cheerleaders. The opportunity blossomed with the help of social media. So university officials said one of Ciara's dancers saw the red and white cheerleaders online and thought, hey, they'd be excellent for the song. The squad and their coaches flew to LA in the spring to be part of the music video, which we don't have online, but you can see a picture of Ciara in the middle and the 7 WSSU cheerleaders surrounding her. And that, I think, is fantastic. Isn't that exciting?
Congratulations to them. How exciting to be a part of that and just see how, a video like that comes together. Seeing behind the scenes and being part of the action.
Well, and they got discovered by her on social media. So, it's cool. You see all these people trying to be influencers and whatnot to pick up attention of people, enlarge their following, and they just got noticed by the right person at the right time.
Yeah, for sure. This is exciting because, who thinks that they're going to, be in a music video one day, and now what other opportunities may lie ahead? Maybe they impressed a scout there, or maybe they impressed Ciara, and maybe they start to tour with her. You never know what opportunities will come out of one. So hopefully they are seizing the moment and turning it into something else that they may dream about.
I want to see the whole video.
I know.
That 1-2 step line
great.
was a blast from the past.
Absolutely. Ciara had that song, 1-2 step.
Yep.
I remember my cousin Darius teaching me how to do it because I was doing it wrong. But it's just like basically 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2.
Getting the right
Yeah,
rhythm.
you're looking good there, ladies. Yeah.
1-2 step. I
Yeah.
love
A
it.
couple of dancers here with me.
Everybody. Okay. Can't sing. We need Christian Morgan here to sing.
I don't know the lyrics to any songs, which is why I only hum.
Hum and dance.
Yes,
and
because
smile.
I will murder a lyric sheet.
Yeah.
Won't happen.
Oh man.
1-2 step. That's all I got.
Yeah, that's so exciting though. Honestly, I can't wait to see the full video. It's gonna be great, ladies. The sky's the limit for you.
All right, well, I see a lot of people are commenting here this morning. Thankfully not about my dance moves
Or my
or humming, which is great. But if you are a WSSU alum, please give these ladies an awesome shout out. They are amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, we have another talker coming up in a moment. We do have some headlines to get to, and unfortunately, some really serious news gathering attention online. The Greensboro community is mourning the loss of 3 people killed in a crash over the weekend. One was a Greensboro firefighter who served this community more than 30 years. Troopers say he and his wife were driving near Turner Smith Road when a 16-year-old driver crossed the center lane and hit them. The engineer for Station 5, firefighter Murrell, died at the scene. 2 passengers in other cars also were killed. Tanya Murrell and the 16-year-old driver are in the hospital with serious life-threatening injuries. Several new laws are in effect in North Carolina as of this month. One mandates safety improvements for elevators inside vacation cottages after a 7-year-old Ohio boy died at a vacation rental on the Outer Banks. Several other legislative measures still sit on Governor Cooper's desk awaiting his signature. They include the state budget adjustments. Any remaining bill he does not sign or veto by tonight will become law automatically.
Well, the city of Greensboro and Guilford County community is honoring the late Carolyn Kelman with a week of peace. The longtime county commissioner died in January at 79. The Gate City Coalition and other groups will host community events in Coleman's honor. Today's events focus on the growing threat of violence. There are events at 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock this afternoon and throughout the week. You can find the full schedule of events on WFMYnews2.com. A new Cone Health Urgent Care opens today in Greensboro. The site offers an option for people who have some trouble finding a doctor's appointment but don't really need to go to an emergency room. It's located at Wendover Commons and will be open from 4 until 8 o'clock during the week. Excuse me, I should say 8 until 4. You don't need an appointment but can schedule one on Cone Health's website. 8 until 4.
All right, yeah, a great resource, by the way. Okay, so when you head to the ATM, you expect to get out cash. But what about a kitten? Last week, people heard little meows coming from this ATM in Arkansas. No one is quite sure how the kitten managed to get into the ATM or when it happened. The kitten went to Fort Smith Animal Haven, dehydrated, hungry, and in need of a name, but now is in good care. So what did they decide to name him, you might ask? Well, the gray tabby is now fittingly named Cash. Because you know.
I like it.
The ATM cat, yes, that's very clever.
So how did they get him out?
I guess they just kind of wiggled him out. They
Yeah.
just kind of stuck,
Good
wedged in
thing
there.
he wasn't like a huge cat, because
Yeah.
I mean, Milo would be stuck for years. Unfortunately, you'd have to.
Could
He
Milo
would've had to
fit
eat
through
his
that
way
little
out. No.
opening? No.
It's amazing, though, the small places cats can get into.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, our big cat still tries to get in the crate we had for him as a kitten, and his like bum is hanging out, and he's like wagging his tail like nobody sees him.
At
in
least
there.
he tries to get
Yeah.
in. Our cat stayed away from the crate.
Yeah.
And we would borrow Angela's crate,
Uh-huh.
and you know, she would get into there because she was like, I smell kittens.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
But otherwise, she'd
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
I think the bigger question is, how did the cat get inside
Oh, yeah, we
in the
changed
first
topics.
place? And I just, you know, I wonder that. How did it get out? That's a great question, but how did it get in there? And the only thing I can think of is maybe somebody, you know, one of the tellers was putting cash in, had the door open
And got
or
in.
something like that, and
Yeah.
the cat just wandered in, and,
Yeah.
and the person that, or maybe they were doing some maintenance or something like that, but you just don't expect to find a kitten in a place like that.
Or to hear one. Imagine being at the ATM typing your like.
Yeah.
They love cozy, dark little places.
yeah.
I mean, this is the time of year
Warm.
too. You really need to check your car, like
Yeah.
beneath your car, up inside your car, because cats can climb up on in there and take a little snooze, and it can be a really bad situation. I know if you're not careful, but just putting that out there. I remember our childhood cat one time climbed in the dryer because he was used to liking to sleep on the warm clothes.
Yeah.
And I guess my mom had to cycle it through another load, and thankfully the dryer wasn't that full because she heard the thump, thump, thump. Oh my gosh, Marbles is still in there.
Oh,
and so she
no.
went and got him out, and he was fine. But yeah, you really have to be careful with these cats. They're curious.
Yeah. They love warm sheets. I also love warm sheets. But they climb into the craziest of places.
Yeah, they really do.
Well, glad this one turned out to be a good situation in the long run.
Yeah.
All right, good situation for us is the forecast this week. Everybody's talking about how great it feels outside.
Feels really good out there.
Yeah.
It does. And we're going to see a beautiful day and a feel-good Monday for the Piedmont. I highly recommend the lunch hour outdoors today. Less humid, on our way to the lower 80s. Now, we're into the upper 80s tomorrow. It's still fairly dry, but the humidity really comes back in full force by Wednesday, and we'll get pretty close to 90. Enough moisture and an approaching cold front will give us about a 40% chance of afternoon storms Wednesday and Thursday, and about a 30% chance for Friday and for the weekend. With that front stalling just to our south on Thursday, the temperatures will drop back. I think the best thing I can find in this 7-day is the fact, of course, we could still use some more rain, don't want any storms, but we could use the rain, is we don't have any real excessive heat on the way. Our hottest day will be Wednesday at pretty close to 90, and then dropping back into the the mid 80s. The 90s are not over with, I can assure you of that.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just in July. We got plenty more opportunities for 90-degree heat. We've had 17 days so far where the temperature has reached 90 or above this year.
Has it been a hot summer, or is it just my imagination? Like, is that normal to have 17?
It's been
90?
very humid. 17 is actually lower in lower than where we should be right now.
Okay.
In a normal season, we would have 37 days where the temperature would reach 90 or above. So we are somewhat behind, but we still got plenty of time to catch up because I can remember Octobers just a few years ago.
Yep.
We had an October where we had low and mid 90s well into the month of October, and I hope that doesn't happen this year. But certainly happy to get the rain yesterday. Everybody's talking about that this morning.
Cooled it down.
Yeah.
Got some of those other summer allergens out too that people are suffering from. July can be really hot, but I remember Megan's wedding. You got married in July. It wasn't a very hot day. I remember
it was randomly like low 80s.
Yeah.
Low humidity.
It felt great.
Totally a fluke. I mean, we were prepared for really hot, even potentially a hurricane. We had like umbrellas ready to go. We had, fans ready to go for pictures if we wanted outside shots. But yeah, you just never know what you're going to get this time of year.
I can't remember the weather for your wedding. I'm sure it was really nice. But I remember we had a chance.
The storms
we
had a chance of storms, and I can't remember if they ever materialized or
So they
not,
did
but
Friday night, and then it cleared out Saturday. It was still kind of muggy.
Saved my life, I tell you
Well,
that.
I remember threatening you a few times.
Yeah, a few.
Leading up to it.
A lot.
And I was just like, Ed, I was like, please. And you're like, I know you don't want me to say it, but I have to tell other people. I was like, but don't speak it into existence. But it ended up being
It turned
nice
out to
day.
be great.
Yeah, exactly.
Good.
And I feel like, because it was so like, kind of damp and muggy outside still, people were like inside partying.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
There you
yeah,
go.
we were doing that.
Yeah.
We won't go into
So
that.
it
But
worked.
anyway, we were having a good old time at both of you's wedding.
It worked out.
You want to renew your vows sometime? We'll have another party.
Yeah,
How's
we're
that?
thinking about it actually for our 10-year.
I like
which is
it.
only a year and something away.
Keep me posted.
Can you believe that?
That went fast. Speaking of time flying.
I know.
Yeah.
All right, well, time has certainly flown here on After GMS. We certainly appreciate you being along with us for the flight. Oh, look at me, so clever. Can't sing, but I can make a joke. We'll see you guys next time. Take care.